And we are live. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Respect the Craft. This is episode number 223, and I'm joined here by the cotton candy princess herself. We have Tiffany Avatar in the building, and she's sideways again.
I'm sideways again.
Oh,
What is
there we go.
happening?
Now it's adjusted. We should be good. We're gonna blame this on Marie. She's hacking into your phone right now and just wanting you to be sideways for some reason.
I absolutely believe that.
We're gonna use that because we've done that a few times on this show. Somehow, every person we've had on, their opponent just knows how to hack in for some reason. I need to fix the cybersecurity on this. I need to do something. I need to get better.
You gotta get a VPN so these people can't be hacking like that.
That might be it. We're gonna get a little better with that. My apologies. But again, welcome to the show here, Tiffany. Thank you so much for joining us. But before we get into all the questions and all the stuff we do have to talk about, I have to ask you the question I ask everyone that comes on. That is, you heard the name of the show. It's called Respect the Craft. So for you, when you hear that term, the craft, what does that mean to you?
To me, it means respect my artwork, respect my creativity, respect my talent.
There you go. I like it. That works. That's nice, short and simple to it. That works. So I have to ask that. I know the usual generic question is what was it that got you into the love for the business? What was it got you the love for wrestling? But I like to go a little deeper. What was it that made you decide not only are you a fan of this, you love this, what was it that made you decide I have to step through those ropes?
I feel like there's a million different things that I could say,
Okay.
but the more I get asked like questions like that, and the more that I think about it, I feel like my life was always pointing to this direction.
Interesting. Okay.
I feel like there's been too many signs that told me like this is what I need to do and this is what I should be doing.
Gotcha. So now that we're continuing on that, what was it for you once you're in it now that gave you almost that sign of like this was the right choice? Like this is the path now that we're continuing here.
Specifically, there's one moment, like I always knew I was never going to give up, but like the moment for me that really told me like, okay, I have to keep going, like I'm meant to be here, was probably the Super Crazy show that I worked. There's a very special little girl and her sister down there, and they were just so awesome, and like meeting them and seeing how happy they were to see me was just so amazing in ways that I'll never be able to describe. Like a lot of why I do this is because I want to be able to make a little girl or anybody feel the happiness that wrestling always gave me, and I definitely did that for her that day. So like that was it. Like I knew that I'm right. I'm supposed to be here.
Gotcha. Oh, that's an amazing moment, and definitely just it's an amazing thing to be able to want to inspire like that. Because who knows? Again, when you see fans at shows, when you see especially young ones that are like that, they're watching and just have that glee and have that enjoyment. That could be the next generation right there. That could be who you're inspiring to. Also, one day decide, let me step through those ropes and try to do this as well.
Yes.
That's awesome to hear. And here we go. We got the boss man again, Billy, in the chat. What's going on, Billy? Hello.
Hi, Billy.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support, Billy. But we now again, the reason we're here especially is because this Saturday you will be at another level with Titan Championship Wrestling, as you have a big match coming up here. It will be for that Goddesses of War Championship right here.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we have to go into this now because Marie was in a few of the chats earlier. She was scouting. I think she was getting ready to see when you would come on. And it's big time here. It is that Goddesses Award Championship, a championship she's held with almost just a brass clutch because she's held it for I believe over a year now. So your thoughts going into this one this Saturday with Marie?
My thoughts, first of all, I want Marie to come into this chat. I don't know how we get her here, but I want her here. Like, I want her to hear the words that I have to say. Um, my thoughts going into this match is there is only one option for me. There is no, there is absolutely no room for me to lose this match. There's only victory. I have worked so hard going after this championship. I have thought about this championship every single day since the free for all last year. The free for all last year was the first day that I met Marie, and she was sitting at a table and she had that title. And while she was very nice to me, and I appreciate that she was one of the first people to welcome me into the Titan locker room, she's holding the thing that I want the most in my life right now. There's no option, Marie. You can't cheat your way out of this. You can't slime your way out of this. I'm coming for that championship. See, even Nemo's coming. Come here, baby.
Oh, look at that. See, oh,
Say hi, baby.
look at that. See, that's how serious it is.
It's so serious the kitty joined.
Oh, and ask and you shall receive. Marie's in the chat. So she's listening. She is here. She's listening to you right now, Tiffany.
Better. There's no way she's walking out with that championship. I cannot allow that. I promised this little boy here that it was coming home to Candyland to us. And I cannot let him down. Go ahead, baby.
Which again, it's almost perfect. Again, it's poetic with it being this weekend, being again a year from that experience with the last free for all. And I have to ask you what that means to you, though. Again, seeing that the free for all is happening again this Saturday, and that was an opportunity for you that got you now to not only be chosen to be a part of those events that night a year ago, but now being a part of that Titan Championship roster through Goddesses of War, and now again in that center stage this Saturday for that championship.
It means everything. Literally everything. Like, that free for all last year meant the world to me because that was my determination to figure out, like, can I really do this? Because not everybody is made for wrestling. I understand that. I know that. But that free for all last year was my test for myself. Was if I made it through, I knew I was cut out for this. And not only did I make it through, I was the only female there. And I was the first picked. I was the first chosen, the first lady of Chosen Pro Wrestling at that. It means everything on the year anniversary of me joining the Titan roster to win this championship.
Well, then again, now that adds a whole another element to this. And we see Marie here saying, I know Tiffany and her backpack cat very well. It's a nice backpack. Again, it has the cat is nice, enjoying itself. It can breathe in there. It's enjoying the Titan faithful, the Titan strong. Like,
exactly.
It's a nice bag. Like, but I get it. Again, Marie has been here earlier. She saw what we were talking about. Theo Mac had his thoughts to say, and he brought up that idea because again, and we tried to keep it as unbiased and neutral as possible. And I brought up again, as much as Marie's had a dominant reign, it's one of those where we can't underestimate just because you are the cotton candy princess. You bring that vibrant vibe, is very bubbly. But I've gotten to see your work and see you do have that moment where if it has to be that do or die attitude, it can come out. So it's one of those where it comes to Saturday, I can imagine we're going to see it again because it's going to mean whatever it takes to be able to walk out with that Goddesses of War championship.
You know, Saturday being named another level is absolutely perfect for this reason. I do have a do or die attitude. There's a reason they call me the number one Sour Patch Kid. Marie, it's do or die. You're gonna see another level of me.
So now let's get into that though, because with the various names, with that, I love the hair, by the way. Again, you can see I'm a fan of the dyes, so it works so well. I do have to ask now we go into this. What was it that inspired that to be the way we go with this, the route for wrestling, to have that again that candy side to you, to get to the moniker, the the princess, the cotton candy princess, if you will?
Um, I I always feel like I've always been a little bit over the top,
Got you.
and like, yeah, to most people, like they're just hair colors, like whatever. But it really feels like this is who I was meant to be.
Got you.
It's not just a hair color for me. Like this is my lifestyle, and you know, nobody can do this lifestyle better than me, which makes me royalty, which makes me a princess.
There you go. That works. That explains it, and that compensates it so well right there. It works. It's perfect. And here we
Right?
go. We got Sammy Chaos saying Candyland is my favorite board game. Well then, there you go. Shout out to Sammy Chaos in the chat. See, Sammy's in a nice mood today. Usually that
Sammy
doesn't.
is fantastic. Sammy Chaos can also have an invitation to Candyland anytime.
There you go. See that worked. See, Sammy knew what to. That worked out. That worked out well. But here we go. We got Nettie in the chat. You're amazing, and I love you. There you go. Oh,
I
look at the
love you
love there.
so much.
Look at the love. Nelly earlier was here a lot with the Jocko interview. She offered a lot of cookies. I don't know how does that work with Candyland. Are cookies also welcome in Candyland, or is it?
Candyland is so open, like cookies, candy, ice cream, cake, pie, especially pie. We love the pie. Like all of it's welcome.
Got you. Understood. Again, we need the specifics here. We want to learn everything here. Oh,
there's so many layers to Candyland.
Got you. Understood. See, there's levels to this. There's layers to this. It's interesting. Got you. And here we go. Sammy Chaos. Yes, punching my ticket soon. That was instantly. That was an instant response. And Nettie, she gets all the candy. I would assume again as the cotton candy princess herself. That's it. She possibly controls the candy at Titan. So that makes sense. Yeah. You see any candy around. That's it. It's
when I win on Saturday, everybody can have some candy.
Well then. So now I have to talk about this because now we go into Saturday. Again, it's for that championship, but we also have to talk about some future things as well, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you're fighting for more gold a little bit at Kaiju Pro Wrestling. So can we talk about how that is and that opportunity coming later this month?
You know what? Can you hold on 1 second? Well, if we're going to talk about Kaiju, we have to do this correctly.
Oh, 1 second. 1 second.
If we're going to talk about Kaiju.
Look at that. She came prepared again.
With this guy here.
Look at that. It works so well with the blue too, see? It just fits. It fits. It's almost like, again, it was a perfect match right there. So talk to us again. I can imagine, like you said, that do or die to want to win gold. I can imagine now to keep this gold right here, what it's going to take when it comes to Kaiju in a few weeks.
You know, there's a lot of people who don't think that I do have what it takes to keep this. And, you know, I don't know my opponent that well. I'll be honest. I don't exactly know what I'm getting into. But I know that she has no idea who I am. And I know that she has no idea who the princess is or what she can do. But I can promise this. Please keep doubting me. Please, honestly. Because every time people doubt me, not only do I prove them wrong, and this here, my Phoenix Division Championship, absolutely does prove them wrong. But I overcome everything. I prove these people wrong so bad, they probably go home and cry about it for years. Everybody thinks that I'm all fun and games because I'm the cotton candy princess. Candyland has a serious side. And the more that I wrestle and the bigger the competition gets, people are really starting to see just how serious I can be.
Understood. Definitely love to hear that. And now that I was making sure I got the I got the date and everything correct. So it will be March 24th for Kaiju Pro Wrestling. And I just noticed that opponent of yours, also friend of the show, straight from La Isla de Encanto. You got the good friend Nair Robles on March 24th.
Yeah.
And I can give you this again. I try to stay unbiased and very neutral on the show. She definitely, again, I know she's not going to take you lightly. She's definitely one to come in doing her homework, and she brings in her words, not mine, un culo talentoso. So take with that information as you will. So definitely will be an exciting one to see on March 24th. And Billy says it in the chat there. Kaiju will also be a part of the free for all scouting talent this Saturday. So that's awesome to see. And again, seeing how many promotions are coming together to put this together and to again a great opportunity for multiple talent out there. And here we go. We got Tina in the chat as well, saying my
Tina.
girl. And then we got my sis in the chat. What's going on, Nod? Thank you so much for the love and support. And now I want to go into this for you, Tiffany. When it comes to some talent you have your eye on, again, we talked about confirmed matches, but are there some that you're looking to, unfortunately, again, show that a little bit more of a stronger side of Candyland to coming into 2024?
Well, Sammy Chaos is one of them.
I had a feeling that's what that invitation was, but I thought it was a little more nicer eventually.
Yes. Yes. Sammy Chaos is definitely one of them. And I'll tell you why. Sammy would be my biggest challenge yet. And I need that. If you're not being challenged, you can't improve. I will say serious props to Miss Marie Valdemina. Because even though she needed to cheat to beat me, she was definitely a challenge. And I learned a lot. So seriously, like, thank you, Marie. And honestly, whether she's Captain Gumdrop, wants to be a dum-dum or what, I'm still looking forward to getting into the ring with her. But Sammy Chaos, she's next on my list. Other talents, definitely Hollywood Haley J. She's fantastic everywhere she goes. I did meet her briefly at Goddesses a couple months ago, and she was super fantastic. I would love to work with her. Gabby Forza is definitely another one. She would be a big challenge.
That would be interesting. The Nomi versus the Concan, that could work.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Oh, Billy throws a name in there. What if Riley Shepard returns? Ooh.
My sister, my colorful hair matching buddy, of course. Riley knows I'm waiting for her return. I will literally cry tears of happiness the day Riley comes back. That is a dream match of mine. She knows I'm waiting for it. She knows. And I can't wait to see her come back stronger than ever.
That would be an interesting match right there, and just to see what could happen. But now this is me throwing it out there because you mentioned Nomi, and I know she has a Iron Savage that she could possibly team with, and I feel like I hope you're familiar with him, maybe just a little bit, because I feel like that would be a nice mixed tag if it could be the Bear Bronson and Nomi versus Tiffany Avatar and possibly a Joey Sweet Cheeks. Because he likes his candy as well. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Joey. He's also someone that he loves to bring his candy to the ring.
I'm not too familiar, no.
We're gonna have to introduce Tiffany to Joey, because I feel like you two would be a perfect, just you guys would see a lot of similar interests with that, because he's very fond of his candy as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to meet him.
We're definitely gonna have to make that happen, because Sweet Cheeks is another one. He has a song about his love for candy, so we definitely have to see how that could work. Let's see how what. Oh no, we got Blocks back in the chat here. Look at that. Much respect from your number one Deadly Sin supporter. I don't know how much respect that is, though. Again, I have to be unbiased, especially because I have multiple Deadly Sins members coming on the podcast this week. But yeah, I don't know. That's you have to watch out with that support, just a little bit.
Blocks is a deadly sin.
He is.
But
He is.
Blocks and I have a different connection that goes way deeper than him being a deadly sin, good, evil, bad, whatever.
Gotcha.
Blocks is like an older brother. So deadly
Gotcha.
sin stuff aside, I know he means all love.
Look at that. Oh, this is true. Billy mentions a good point. Could you possibly be going in because you will be at the big event
Yeah.
later this month? It's going to be you, PJ Savage, with our friends over at Papa Dank. He's going to be with the table there. That could be something to see both of you walking into the big event as champions. Who knows?
Listen, see, that's just another reason why in my head there's no way I can lose this match. I have to beat her. I have to. I have to prove it to myself. Do you know how awful and how sad all of my little gumdrops and Sour Patch Kids will be if I come home and then have to go to big event without the Goddesses Championship? I have to live with that for the rest of my life? I don't think so. There's no way I'm losing. It's coming with me.
Well, then again, that is more of a she's spoiling it, unfortunately, for every. It's not a prediction; it's a spoiler right there from Tiffany Avatar, as they would say. But we have again mention and she appears. Riley Shepard is in the chat. So
Hi,
now
Riley.
look at that, and here we go. We got SP Anderson. Give me some. No, SP. After the comments you made to Theo Mac earlier, I don't know if you deserve candy right now. You've been yeah, you were a little rude earlier to Theo Mac. I don't know if you earned some candy now. And here we
I don't
go.
know.
We got
I've
we got
got
Billy
a
saying,
bag of
"Whoa,
Sour
Riley."
Patch watermelon.
There we go. There we go. And we have there we go. We got Block saying me and Tiff go way back from the free for all. There you go. Again, amazing opportunities. This is why for anyone listening, make sure you're there this Saturday. You never know what could possibly happen. So let's see. We got SP now. How are you trying to recruit SP? I gotta love the chat. Riley Shepard saying no spoilers. Hey, again, it's we're just throwing things out there. We're just throwing things out there. And look at that. We got Riley now saying hi, Candy friend. Oh, there you go. Gotta love the support. Gotta love the support there from everyone in the chat. And look at that. I did not know Restream does that. It just well then. Again, the things that happen on the streams, ladies and gentlemen.
It's
That was
because
a genuine reaction. Gotta love it. But again, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you get your tickets and you are there this Saturday for another level. It will be for that Goddesses of War Championship. Gonna be a hard fought one. Again, if you haven't already, get your tickets. Link in the description down below. Or also make sure you are following Titan Championship Wrestling on all their social media right there. So you can get the link, you can get the tickets, and all that good stuff to be there this Saturday. And also get your information if you're interested in the free for all. Again, even Tiffany has shown it from a year ago being a part of that free for all to now in that championship match this Saturday. And you look at even that poster right there, all three of the four a part of that original free for all, and now all holding some Titan Championship gold. So you never know what could happen. And I just noticed my camera was showing all the way over there. Nice. Our cameras again is just not been. It's not working out today.
it's
It's just like
Marie.
Marie, stop hacking into our cameras. We need this.
She's trying to sabotage again.
It's again, we have to focus on it's Saturday. Focus on Saturday. And of course, Billy, always love here, always support on Respect the Craft for Titan Championship Wrestling. But Tiffany, I do want to start wrapping this up, but I have to ask you before we start wrapping it up a little bit more when it comes to not only again, we talked about opponents, but are there some places you're watching and looking at that you would love to bring some of that Candyland fun to when it comes to 2024?
The easy answer is to say everywhere because that's not a joke. Like I want to go everywhere. Everywhere. Gotcha. Honestly, every company is missing their princess, and that's me. But a little bit more specifically, recently with the very, very successful, awesome debut, Bell to Bell. That show was amazing. I didn't get to be there, unfortunately. I was working my own show. But I did see clips and videos and pictures, and I want to give a shout out to one of my very special buddies, Becca, because she did fantastic in her match, and I'm so, so proud of her. She's come so far since I met her. Um, but I definitely would love to be there. Mission Pro Wrestling, Ohio Valley Wrestling, those are some big sites for me.
There you go. No, that makes sense. And I would be a little perfect, especially with OVW. You mentioned someone very special when it comes to that roster. So who knows? Maybe that could be a future site right there. But again, future is bright. You never know what could happen next. But oh, we
Absolutely.
got Marie just laughing in the chat.
All this girl does is laugh. See, this is my problem. Hold on, let's get real serious here for a second. All you do is laugh and say that I whine and like all this stuff. But like, what did you do at Mount Olympus? You literally cheat to beat me because you know you can't otherwise. Like, how are you going to sit here and laugh at me and underestimate me when the only way you could win was to pull my tights?
I hate this again. I try to be unbiased and neutral with it, but unfortunately, I did see that. I was there live in person, and again, that's something I can imagine. You're taking that into account when it comes to Saturday.
Like, facts are literally facts. This girl can't touch me. She's not on the level of Candyland. She's done great so far, but she did great until she stepped into the ring with me. Facts are facts.
There you go. Again, this is why you guys have to be in the building Saturday. See when these two goddesses go to war. This is again why Titan has one of the best rosters going today. But Tiffani, before we let this go here, I have to ask you the final question I ask everyone that comes on, and that is for you, what is the end goal?
Honestly, I don't really have an end goal. Okay. Because I think the possibilities are endless for me. The main goal obviously would be AEW or WWE, but my heart has always been for WWE, so I would love to be there.
Got you. Understood. And again, I like to ask it, but I love when that's the response too, that it's always instead of putting that cap on it, instead of having, oh, this is where it could end. This is more of like, hey, sky's the limit with it. So that's awesome to hear. So Tiffani, thank you again so much for joining us here. And it's the perfect way to end it though. It started out sideways and ends sideways. We're blaming it on Marie again. She's hacking in even at that last second before we could say goodbye. But to everyone, thank you again. We will be back in just a little under half an hour. We'll be back with Aaron Roxas. I'm gonna need luck with that one because that's gonna be
you could have good luck with that. I'm gonna go back to Candyland and stay far away from that man.
You sure you don't want to help me with that?
No, you could not pay me enough Sour Patch Kids, Twizzlers, nothing.
I don't blame you. But again, Tiffani, thank you so much for joining us here. To everyone watching, thank you guys. We'll see you back here at 9. As always, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people, respect the craft, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.